Okay, today's lecture is on price elasticity of demand. We didn't like elasticity last year, but we got through it, and this might make life just a touch easier. So what is PED, or price elasticity of demand? It's the responsiveness of demand to a change in price. So what we're looking at, so far we've been looking at demand curves that are pretty much straight up pretty much straight. What we're looking at now is, as a change in price, just how much demand will change. Will it be exactly the same or not? And through elasticity, we're going to look at that it won't be the same. Things will, depending on what the products are. Products can have an elastic or an inelastic demand. And the way we look at it is we just think, strange enough, of an elastic band. An elastic band, if it's elastic, will stretch out really, really far. We'll have a big, big change. If an elastic band isn't an elastic band, it's not going to stretch as much, therefore the change won't be as big. I know that sounds simplistic, that might be an easier way to remember it. However, some can have both. How do we calculate PED? Well, it's simply the percentage change in quantity demanded over the percentage change in price. And that's pretty much Year 7 basic maths. You should all know how to do that. We all know what the law of demand says. A rising price sees demand for a product fall, vice versa. Product falls and the demand will go up. Consumers do not always react in the same way to a change in price. It really does matter on what the product is. Okay, different products are viewed in different ways as far as whether they are wants, needs, how important they are. So let's start with inelastic demand. These are products you find, remember our rubber band? It's not going to stretch that much. Think of it as a stick. It's not going to stretch that much, therefore it's inelastic. So some products are seen as necessities and therefore are difficult to replace. Electricity is one. Petrol prices, we all complain about petrol prices going up, going down, but you know what? People pretty much have to buy it. Same with electricity. Ask your parents how many times electricity's gone up, but you know what? We are still using electricity. We pretty much have to. When electricity price increases, nearly out. When electricity price increases, consumers will attempt to reduce their demand, but will continue to consume it. So what you're going to find is the price of electricity is going to go up. And people may say, well, okay, we might not have our air conditioner on as long, but they're still going to continue to use it in very, very similar patterns of use. 10% rise in electricity may see a less than 10% fall in demand. The easiest way to look at it is on a graph. Okay, so here's a normal graph, but do we notice how it's very, very steep, the demand curve here? Okay, price is at Y, and whatever Y is, the price Y quantity is 1,000. Now there's going to be a change in price. We'll assume it's oil for cars, petrol for cars. Most of you are getting your license soon. So the price has gone up to X. Going to the demand curve, we come down, and it's now going to be 800 units, whatever. See, it's a very, very large change in price, but because this is an inelastic product, i.e. oil, electricity, water, those sorts of necessities that we have in our houses, while there is some decrease in demand, it's not a huge increase. Large increase in price does not lead to a huge increase or a decrease in demand. That's an inelastic product. As I said, electricity, oil, those sorts of necessities, medical equipment, things like that. If you're like myself, a diabetic, and the price of my diabetes medicine goes up, I pretty much still have to buy it. You will get some people say, no, I refuse to buy that, I will look somewhere else or I'll try something different. But there are others that simply have to have it no matter what the price is. Okay, so in the case of inelastic demand, the effect of a given percentage price change is to see a less than proportionate percentage change in quantity demand. It basically means what we've been saying, huge price rise but only a small change or decrease in demand. Okay, a product with an inelastic demand has a PED of less than 1. Let's look at elastic demand now. For products which are not as important to consumers but can easily go on with or readily replaced, then it's going to actually be the opposite here. And you can look at things like air travel. We can also look at things like chocolate bars, clothes, whatever else. It's all around. If airfares rise by 10%, then other people may say, you know what, I'm not going overseas this year. We'll drive to Adelaide, or we'll drive to the Gold Coast instead of flying because we can save more money. It's cheaper for us. Or we might try a car, we might try the bus, we might try a train, whatever else. They're more inclined to look for alternatives. Same with a chocolate bar. If you love Turkish delights like I do, and the price of Turkish delights doubles, well, you know what? All of a sudden, I'm going to fall in love again with cherry ripes. I'm just going to move on. So here we've got an elastic demand curve. Notice how it's nearly straight. It's not so steep anymore. It's nearly straight. Price is $1.60. Quantity is 1,000. So the price of whatever product, we'll assume it's a chocolate bar, goes up to $2 on our curve. Quantity falls to 200. So here we're seeing the price go up from $1.60 to $2. That's a 25% increase. Right? $1.60 to $2, 40 cents. 40 cents over $1.60 is a quarter, 25%. I don't believe I had to say that, but anyway. Whereas demand has dropped here from 1,000 to 200. It's actually dropped by 800 here. So that is a massive, massive drop in demand simply from a 25% increase. And this is what an elastic demand curve looks like in an elastic product. Also, as I said, chocolate bars. Price goes up too much, you know what, I'm going to find something else. If the case of elastic demand, well, we've just pretty much said it's more proportionate change, okay? A product with an elastic demand has a PED of greater than 1. And again, think of it as this way. It's an elastic band, stretches really, really big, so it's going to be greater than 1. Huge change in demand. Price change. Think of the elastic band as price. Price changes a lot, stretches a lot. Demand is huge change. If it doesn't stretch, demand is a small change. So therefore, remember, PED greater than 1 elastic, PED less than 1 inelastic. Okay? Nice, quick, short, easy one today.